I can't believe there are surfers here on P.E.I. willing to go out in the winter time. I mean, look at this. Are you guys ready?
I think so. If there's ice chunks floating around, we're probably not going to go surfing because it's way too dangerous. But if the ocean is open and there's waves and we have to climb over ice to get there, that's fair game.
But I do remember one day where we had to walk into slushy, icy water up to our waist and throw our boards and then crawl on the slush to be able to get out into the ocean. So yeah, it can get quite challenging some days. It's not always fun, but once you get out, it's fun.
It's like anyone who enjoys any activity in the winter. I mean, you go snowboarding, you've got cold wind in your face, sometimes it's dumping snow and it's wet and cold, and yeah, I mean, the way wetsuit technology is now, yeah, it's freezing cold right about here where your face is exposed, but otherwise, you know what? It's just amazing to be out in the water.
I'm cold, but these people don't care about the cold. They actually prefer it if it gets these waves up for them to surf.
I can understand that people don't know that there's surf on P.E.I. because when you come here in the summertime, that's not our surf season. As long as the ocean hasn't frozen over, we can get in the water for sure, but we get most of our waves in the coldest months.
How cold does it get? Very extreme. On a scale of 1 to 10, I think it's like 12. So, but it's like I said, it's worth it. We tough it out and it's fun.
There's no like temperature number that would stop us. It would be the ice that would stop us.
We have a couple of spots where we've nicknamed along the years. So in our Facebook group chat, we'll tend to say, meet us at Fudge Bomb or meet us at Sushi.
We're at the fudge spot. So this is it. This is the van.
This is the van. This is the surf machine for sure. What we'll do typically is actually show up around here or an empty parking lot, place that we can all kind of park, and assess the situation and the conditions. If it's good, we'll just suit up and go in.
And this is all your surf gear here?
Well, this is what we took with us.
Awesome.
Mikey, it'd be embarrassing if you saw how many boards we have at our house.
How many?
20? 25? Lots. 30? If we think it might be better, we'll just hop in the cars and start driving up and down the coast till we know that we found the best spot.
Oh, I'm excited to see you all surf if you can.
Over here would be full of ice, so we would drive somewhere else and they would be clear. And then if the other place would be full of ice, we'd drive over here and it would be surfable.
And so how often do you successfully get out?
I tracked my surf for a year on the island, and it came out to be basically I could surf 1 day a week.
Wow.
For any time that from the time that the ocean wasn't frozen.
So if you know how to read the signs, you can predict pretty much when the conditions are going to look good, and when it's good. We've had so much fun out here.
This is one of the places called Doyle's Cove, and it breaks only like a couple of times a year, 1 or 2 times a year. Mm-hmm. Julie got it this year just last week. Was it last week?
Yeah, just last week, and it was really cool because I brought someone that's a beginner, so it was a really beginner-friendly day, and we were able to catch some really nice waves.
And you'll notice as we're driving along, the wind is affecting it more, so it's getting a little messier, but the waves are probably going to be a little bigger. So within the wind direction, the swell direction, the swell size, and then you look at the shape of our coastline, is another factor that comes into play. So whenever we go looking for waves, we're looking at all of those factors and a whole bunch more to make sense about where might be the best spot to go surfing that day.
We really want to go check out, but we can't have access to it, right?
Yeah. Some of these cliffs are really high.
Yeah.
We discovered a lot of waves in a very short stretch of coastline here up on the North Shore, and it's been paying off, we'll say that.
You'd never guess that there were surfers here, but there are. Wow, you look great. You look prepared.
So prepared.
Can I feel it?
Yeah, sure.
We wear really thick wetsuits. It's not a safe thing to get into if you don't know what you're doing. You really have to have the right gear to do it, to be safe. You have to go out with other people. You have to make sure you know what the conditions are, know what your experience level is. But if you have all the right tools, then yeah, it's quite enjoyable.
Oh my gosh, this is really thick.
But it feels like you're being bear hugged by an elastic band.
It's about -6 right now. I'm wearing multiple layers but we've got 2 surfers ready to go out.
So part of the reason why we formalized the surfing community into Rustico Surf Club was we were getting a lot of questions about surf on P.E.I.
We have a message group on Facebook that we're always sharing, what the waves look like, whether it's here or elsewhere on the island. And so people who want to join can come out.
So we were able to kind of create a bit of a community identity and bring people together. And then we get to go chase waves together.
When we have like 6, 7, 8 people, I mean, that's a crowd here, which is amazing. It just makes it all more fun. And it's easier to be run across the snow into cold water when you have a bunch of people doing it with you.
It's quite enjoyable. You don't really notice it until you get out of the water, and that's where you start noticing it's really cold here. But we all snuggle into our car and put the heat on and tough it out because it's totally worth it. Totally worth it.
I love watching people get stoked about waves. I love watching people interact with the ocean and find a new layer of enjoyment on P.E.I. It's one of those things that if you can discover it, you can sort of find another reason to kind of really enjoy P.E.I.